That's better. Hi, everyone. I know I'm on a little earlier, but I'm just messing with my computer, trying again and again and again to learn this thing called YouTube. So I'll just sit and wait for you guys. See who comes, says hello. In the meantime, if you hear a noise in the background, that's my fan. It's keeping me sane with all these 100-degree temperatures and ugh. I have a feeling no matter where you live in the continuous 48 states, you ain't gonna get no cooler than it is now. And yes, I got my hair cut. It's all kinds of funky because it's all humid out and my hair falls down. It's very fine. Anyway, I'm not gonna apologize for that. Just gonna sit and wait. See if anybody notices. In the meantime, I'm gonna kick this back a little bit and put some stuff so I can sit down. I don't know what to say. I'm so quiet. But let me do this instead of wasting everybody's time. My name is Tracy, and I live in Florida. Beautiful Florida with all of its heat. Never felt so poached in my life. I'm trying to get used to it. I know I've been here for was it since 2008? About 14, 15 years, and I'm still not used to this heat. Trying to deal with it day by day. Got nothing to complain about. My husband's in the other room. The dogs are sleeping here on the couch and on the chair. My house is sort of messy right now, so I'm trying to clean that out. Trying to do the usual. If I just spew all my problems now, that way I could get them off my chest. Long story short, just trying to live a life. And Mr. Thrasher, I do like this shirt. This is really cool. Good design. I don't know who designed that, but whoever thought of it was pretty sharp. So I'm a few minutes early to the game. I said I would do this about 3. And if anybody comes, I'll just stick around for a little bit. But if nobody comes, I'll try back at a later time. Meanwhile, I've got a lot of stuff in the works for you folks. I'm just trying to accumulate some videos for you. So, hang tight because those will come very shortly. And there's one I know you would like. But that one, I think I'm going to just make a video of it and then just post it. Feels good here to sit here and do nothing. So I hope everybody's Saturday is going well. If you come in, just care to share, see what everybody's up to. Even if you're washing the car or whatever. It's kind of cool. I like that. And I really don't know what to say until people come in. It'd be nice to say hello to you folks. And come in and tell me how the weather is by you. I'm sorry if I didn't send any announcements out. Usually I would, but I'm still learning YouTube. Still learning. So I'm trying. And Dave Sundstrom actually told me to see if I could get StreamYard for free. That would be an interesting service to work with, he said also. It enhances the videos. So I might just do that, see how that works. I've never used StreamYard before. I also have to see if it's compatible with my Mac OS Airbook. Anywho, so just me and my shadow. No, I can't sing. You guys could throw tomatoes at me. I can't sing too well. Although I like a lot of music, saw a lot of bands during the day. Well, hello to whoever's watching, and hello to whoever's liked. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, with that said, let's get it on. Hi, number two, whoever number two is, please state your name. Hi, Danny, how are ya? I know, right? I love Robert. He's such a good guy. He really is. He's so smart and so funny. I really appreciate him. Oh, he's so. I like when he refers to Mrs. Thrash. She must be a hoot. He's got to bring her on sometime just to even wave in front of her the screen. She seems like a really nice lady. Uh, he's live tonight? No way. I will have to check that out. Yo yo home. I mean yo yo Keith. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing on a hot Saturday afternoon? Arr! Me, I feel like I want to dip in the river head first. Oh, Florida is hot. I come from Chicago, and usually we do get Florida esque kind of weather, but only lasts for like maybe a few weeks, and it goes away. And sometimes we even have a cold day in the middle of summer. Not down here. Oh my gosh. Talk about a sweatshop. My people say I'm taking schwitz. Schwitz in Yiddish means to sweat. It's like you're going into a steam room somewhere, you know? That's the way it feels outside. I don't even have to have like membership anywhere. Just go outside and sweat it out. Got a couple minutes. It's a mystery. Antarctica thing. Oh wow. That looks like that's pretty cool. Hi Steve, how's it going? You just looked at Danny's camera. Oh wow, yeah. Danny does some really cool stuff. I watch it. He had a really good one with his collectibles the other day. I really appreciate it. If you see me looking into a screen like that, it's because my eyesight is crap, and I wish I could learn how to broaden or to make the text larger in the chat area. So I'm not trying to give you guys the hairy eyeball. So, you're doing okay? I love your stuff too. You and Danny. Danny's stuff is so eclectic. It's like I like stuff like that. It's really interesting to me. And of course, I love the graveyard stuff and I love the life and sad ending stuff too. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Yeah, Mr. Keith E. So, how's it going this Saturday? Anybody enjoying the heat? Me, I'm sitting back Saturday. Told my husband that it's Three Stooges night tonight because I usually air the Three Stooges. Um, I tell him they always play the same 6 episodes every day. He says, "No, they don't." That's the way I feel. It feels like every time I'm watching the Stooges on TV, right? And it's like Me TV. We have that on our cable here. And every time I see it, it's like it feels like I'm seeing the same 6 episodes over and over and over again. Oh my god, I know. I'm such a retro kind of person. I like watching those, except not the same 6 episodes time and time. I'm just teasing. So anyhow, that's what's going on, and I know that the Stooges have like was it Curly's grandson, Curly G or Brad Server. He's got his own YouTube channel, so I watch that. It's kind of interesting because he'll get together with like Larry's great grandson and then he'll speak to him, and he will vice versa speak to him, obviously. But I mean, it's neat how they talk about the production side of it, from what they remember hearing in stories. I think it's wonderful how they said, well, this is how this happened and this is how this happened. And then one time I saw them in a live and they were actually driving in a car down Hollywood and Vine or someplace like that. They stop in front of the street corner and that's where they did a filming of one of the Three Stooges episodes, which just happens to be still there, the building and everything. It's unusual because in Los Angeles, what they'll do is they'll tear down all the old buildings. As most of you know, if you're from California, they don't hold on to their history there too well, and that's why all these YouTubers and vloggers and people are running there right now because they feel like that one of these days when the next time they go, these things will be all gone, which is kind of true. I don't know why it's like that out there. A lot of those places should be called or considered historical sites, but I don't know. It's crazy, and I love a lot of retro stuff, so it kind of makes it hard. So I saw okay, so good messages on my account. Oh, okay. All right, I'm just reading, just reading. Nice. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Danny. That's really beautiful. 95 in Tennessee. Yeah, buddy. Oh, thank you very much. These glasses are starting to get old. I'm starting to pop out these old lenses for new ones. It's already got a scratch and everything in it. It's they're like about 3 years old. I got them during the COVID time. So going to the doctor for the eye exam was kind of unusual with a mask on top of the little machine that they do to get your prescription for your glasses. Oh man, it felt kind of weird, but hopefully everything's back to normal and that. Hey, Mr. Led, what's up? Hey, thank you for coming and seeing us and stuff. That's really appreciative. I really appreciate you, Mr. L. You're a good guy. Yeah, I mean, you guys do everybody in that, in Dave and in Thrash, in the chats are really cool people. You guys are all cool in my book. I mean, there's so much stuff that you guys know too that I would love to just have a sit down, like a powwow kind of a meeting. Be pretty cool. Um, yeah, so I was getting back to that retro thing. It's like I just hope down the. I hope they don't tear down the Plaza del Coronado, which should be a historical marker. If not, it better be. That's where they filmed Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon and yeah, that was Walter Matthau. No, is that one? No, it was Jack Lemmon and who helped me out, guys. Anyhow, I kind of know a lot, but but yeah, I want to say Walter Matthau, but I know it wasn't Walter. Oh, Tony Curtis. Tony Curtis. See how things come to me? I'm like so slow minded. Um, so basically, yeah, they did that movie out that way, and that hotel I've been in, it's really gorgeous, really expensive to stay there. I think the cheap rooms were like really expensive too, and it's just a beautiful place, and it is on the ocean side, looks over the Pacific. It is gorgeous, and it's gorgeous around there because around it's in near like San Diego, and it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful sight. I like seeing where things were filmed. I mean, obviously I like the new stuff too. The new stuff to me is like the stuff that Dave and Thrash talk about a little bit, but I like the old. I like the way old stuff, I love the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s to include some 90s, not very much. 2000s, meh. And but I do like the films from the 30s and the 40s, and even some from the 20s, even the the non-speakies, the silent films. They were great. Clara Bow was a really cool actress. I just loved her story. There's so many of them. She's been around. She was also doing. I think they didn't want her to do. Some, I think I remember them saying that they didn't want her to do talkies as much as they wanted her to do silence because something about her voice or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. But they did a lot. And then the thing too that kills me is they tore down. I want to call it Mayfair, but not. It can't be Mayfair. It's the it's the property that was owned by Clark Gable, was it? I think it was called Mayfair, but I'm not too sure. Let me see. Who plays Garden? No, I forgot who played the gangster in Some Like It Hot. Nobody's perfect. You're right. Right, right. I love that. I can't remember now. That I'm stumped. Raft, of course, George Raft. Yeah, he was a great actor. My dad actually met him once on a train when my dad was visiting some relatives out west. He and my grandmother and grandfather were on a train, and they were passed by the area or the room or whatever they call it, where George Raft was. And my dad's like, because he was still pretty young, but he knew who he was. And George Raft, I guess, according to my dad, waved at him and smiled, said, "Hey, kid," and that just made my dad's day. Just made my dad's day. But those are just stories I remember from what he told me. I wish he was still around. He knew a lot of people. But I come from like a lot of media stock myself. Um, so I like know a lot of people and they know a lot of things. No, George Raft died before I think I was even born. I think. Um, no, he met my dad though. My dad was was around during the time. I sure as like heck wasn't. Um, Let me see. No, that's about yeah. See, but they were great actors. I really like the older TV shows too, like The Untouchables. Those are great. Um, Shows like that were pretty fun to watch. Um, there's a lot of them. There is truly a lot of shows. I'm trying to think. I also liked watching a lot of British and Australian shows too. Um, there's just too many out there to even count. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. Keith, it's kind of like this. The reason why I know a lot of stuff is because my dad worked for Playboy for many years when they were in Chicago. And my dad also worked for the Chicago Tribune, which is the local newspaper back home. My dad did a lot of illustration. He was an artist and did a lot of illustrations and such for them. And he was also a political satire artist as well. He did a lot for Playboy as far as the satire art was concerned. And my mom worked for CBS television in the 60s as a cosmetologist for on air talent. So she knew a lot of people too. So I kind of grew up in a house like a Fellini movie. We knew so many people from, so many people from the media in around local and not that it's like they were just people in my house growing up. I didn't think any big or any small of anybody. They were just my parents' friends or people associates of my parents, and so I just learned to deal with it. I guess it's like that's why I guess if I meet people like, and I've met a few people, I don't like get very starstruck. I'm not like that. I mean, I will say thank you and shake their hand and stuff like that, but I'm not like, oh my god, an autograph, please. I'm not like that. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty laid back when it comes to that because I know how they are and I know how overworked they could be. Like what's going on. My friends who are currently members of SAG are out there now protesting along with some of the writers. It's gotten ridiculous. That's why I'd rather stay. I mean, no offense to my buddies who are, doing that. I think it's, what they need to do or they feel like they need to do at this moment. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm sticking with YouTube because I see a lot of things on this thing that are amazing. Either things are real or things that, you take with a huge grain of salt. But I mean, at least, it's not scripted. At least most of it isn't. Um, I definitely am not scripted and I will not go by a script. But I will tell information from time to time. I have a new video I'm going to post soon, be my first one without you guys seeing me necessarily, except during the chat here. Let me see what's going on in the chat. My famous person, my father. Wow, wow, that's not bad. Frank Purdue is a pretty interesting guy. And two great uncles were first person to raise chickens. Wow, wow. See, that's what I'm saying. Is you don't have to be like a superstar, or you don't have to be like, um, movie star necessarily to be, somebody of sustenance. I mean, you could be like the Purdue chicken guy, or something. You could be like Thomas Alva Edison, or somebody who's even working right now as a research scientist for the cures for cancer or AIDS or something. I mean, those kind of people are superstars as well. First responders are superstars, in my opinion. A lot of them are because, they were the first ones to say, hey, I'm going, whether it was their life or somebody else's. Um, those are the kind of people I look up to as well because those are people think, that not a lot of people think of them, but believe me, there's a lot of us. So, I mean, that's just my little soapbox theory on that. Oh, wow. Outside. Cool. So, what are the kind of things you guys like? I mean, do you like a lot of the old stuff, or do you like a lot of newer stuff, or is it a mix? Um, are you marked safe from seeing Barbie? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not seeing that movie. I'm sorry. I just can't. I mean, they say it's empowerment. I cannot watch that. No, if you'd say the Philadelphia story is on TV, that I'd watch. Oh gosh. Nope, not now, not ever. That ain't me either. I believe me. I don't. I can't go for that. I mean, and I don't see where all these people are so interested in it. It's like, wait a minute. It's like I'm 56 now. Okay, I'm not going to be playing with Barbie dolls. I haven't done that since like the 70s, and I kind of grew out of that when it was like 1980. I gave all my toys away to like this one place called the Misericordia Home, and those are where like kids who need to be adopted or sick kids stayed. So when I was 13, I got rid of like a lot of toys. I just sort of grew out of it. So I gave a lot of them, with the exception of some of my games. But just the toy part, why? I mean, I know that the first Barbie out now. I wouldn't mind owning the first Barbie in the case behind the box or whatever, box unopened, because that I know is worth some dollars. I like collectibles too, but I mean, like, I couldn't be like some of these Barbie collectors. They show this one show on TV. It's called Collector's Call, and it's with the woman who played Blair on Facts of Life. Oh my God, they showed this woman with over 1,000 Barbies. It's like, oh my God, my head was spinning. I like watching that show. I like watching that. I also like watching a few other shows too that are kind of more recent. Like I like watching Antiques Roadshow. That's a great show, especially. I'm so evil. I said, especially when they're showing the people, the the better, or the not people who know. I can't even speak anymore. Showing the people behind the scenes. Oh, my Aunt Gladys gave me this, and like whatever. And I like how they come back and say, well, that is a replica. My favorite word on that show is replica, because it makes me laugh so hard. I'm not trying to be mean, but some of these people bring in some of the strangest stuff that obviously worth more, the paper or whatever it's made on is more expensive than the actual item, or a phony copy of like something that Abraham Lincoln signed, when you know damn well he didn't sign on that kind of paper, because that kind of paper wasn't milled until like 1900. Stuff like that. It's an interesting thing though. Your two great uncles were, oh wow, neat. Oh, that is really cool. And your brother was nice enough to sell all the Barbies I bought my mother's ear. Oh my gosh, for the $5 a piece in the boxes. Jeez. Take it easy, Steve. Have a nice one. Have a good one. Pet the puppy for me. I love dogs. That's one thing I must admit. I'm a dog girl. I love my dogs. Well, both my dogs are sleeping right now. But yeah, it's nice seeing you guys. Really nice seeing you. I d- oh, Roxy. Oh, Riley. Those are cute names, man. Those are really cute. So, like I said, I just pop in for a little bit. I mean, probably make this chat a little short chat, anyways. Probably gonna go for like another 15 minutes or something. I just want to pop in and stop by and say I'm sorry for the length of time and the duration that I missed out on. I've just had some health issues that have precluded my being online and doing the things I need to do lately. So, but as soon as I know further information on it, then I can handle it better. And then I could schedule this out, and I could actually probably make a really decent schedule of me popping on and, showing you guys things, and also sharing some videos with you. Um, if you're into music, seriously, my next one will be on a very famous person um, for his time, meaning the 50s. So I go back to the 50s and 40s and 30s. So that's kind of my thing. Um, but you guys are more welcome to see that. I'm going to put it on the on thing, but it won't be me chatting so much. Siri, are you going to make Danny a moderator? You need a moderator for this. Is a wild crowd. Yeah, but you know what I like about you guys is it's a small crowd. I see. I'm not doing it. See, like some people, like I have friends who actually like make a living off of being on YouTube, and they do all that stuff. But it's because they like travel around in their cars, they fly places, they do. See, like I don't have all the money in the world to do that. So what I can do is, tell you things I know from just the comfort of my couch and all that. Um, so I do this for fun, and I miss seeing you guys during the week sometimes. So I don't like to miss seeing you guys or talking with you guys either, because I just, like I said, I feel kind of like, like some days, when Dave doesn't have a stream or Thrash is called away or he has to do an emergency shift at his restaurant. It'd be kind of just nice to say hey. And I don't know what's going on with Ian. I really miss Ian a lot, but I guess since he's got the new family, they're keeping him kind of busy. But Ian was kind of like a kid brother to me. I really took him under my wing. um, I really took to him. He's a good guy, but he's had some issues, I guess. Haven't we all, though? But, probably keeping up with the YouTube thing, that is, because YouTube's hard to keep up with. And I know that because I have friends who, like I said, I have friends who make a living off of this thing, and um, they really hustle, and they have to hustle because it's always on them. And they do more than one live stream. Sometimes they'll do two in a week. I'm odd for one person. You know who that is? It's Thrash. And I mean, with the crowd of people he's got, I could deal with that. But I have a couple of friends of mine who are mods of other people, and they have like 300 or 400 people at a time in those chats. And I'm like, oh Lord, heck no. I mean, I love I love Thresh, but honestly, if he got like 300 or 400 people in his chat, I would pass out. I mean, so many people, so many. I don't. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. If you're referring to me. Yeah. Danny. Yeah. Yep. No, like I say, Danny's got some cool stuff, man. I would say the other word, but I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube because I want to keep it kosher and whatnot, so to speak. So anyhow, got 10 more minutes. But like I said, this is just a short chat. It's not like a long Dave style chat. Dave's chats are so cool, and he's got. I mean, I don't think he's got a lot of time because he's got a full time job and he's got a part time job teaching, so it's kind of hard for him. But he does a lot of cool stuff with his graphics. I want to learn how to do that. Maybe it'd make my things more interesting because I do want to be, gracious to you guys. And if I get the volume of people, I get the volume of people in here. And if I don't, I'm not going to kill myself. It's just one of those things. But I want to let you all know that I really, truly like every one of you. And you guys are really cool people to hang with. I wish sometimes that we could just like, meet, somewhere in the middle and have just a bang up, have good time. I mean, that's just the way it should be. But until I win that big lottery that's going around now, I don't know. But yeah, but it'd be kind of nice. I mean, with Dave's crowd and Thrash's crowd and my little crowd and who knows, kind of an interesting thing to do. Um, or at least get-togethers where like some of us who live on one coast can meet and some can meet on the other. I think that would be really neat. But yeah, definitely. This is my advice to you going back to the Los Angeles thing. If you are close or you're near there or whatever, go visit now. Take lots of pictures because, like I said, according to one friend of mine, they're just they're just scrapping all these old, really old places that were really once really cool. I think they tore down Valentino's home. I think I said that, but I just want to make sure. Um, yeah, and I would definitely go take pictures now. If you want to see Cielo Drive, I mean, the Manson stuff, that's kind of popular out there too. Go take pictures of at least the drive. I know the house is not there anymore, but yeah, because like I said, these things are not going to last. And in LA, according to my buddy, and even my cousins, most of my cousins are out in Los Angeles. They say these things are going at rapid speed, and the Viper Room is not going to be the Viper Room for very much longer. At least the rumor has it. Don't know. I mean, it's still there, but who knows about that? So go do what you got to do. Retro Girl, I love Retro Nerd Girl. I wish I knew what her first name was. She seems so cool. I like her a lot. She seems like a really cool artist too. Have you ever noticed she's got like a studio with a sewing machine in it and things like that? I bet you she's a designer of some sort. I mean, in theory, I work for the state of Florida, but technically speaking, I got my degree in graphic design. So from a clerical job back to the arts, kind of interesting. But yeah, so we do what you got to do to get money and put it in your house and feed your dogs and cats and kids. So, somebody's got to bring home the kibble. But yeah, definitely. If you know of any historical sites there, go take pictures now because one day it might be like that song Pink Paradise, put up a parking lot kind of deal. You might see a Starbucks or a CVS built over some very famous area where something big took place. Um, go try to do that now. Um, because like I said, these things are not going to last, and unfortunately they don't keep up with the rehab unless it's something really extraordinary. But for the most part, go to Beverly Hills, go down that one street, I think where Lucille Ball lived. There were other stars who lived on that same street. Get a map or something. And yeah, if you're interested in all that, go do it. If I lived near there, if we were in Florida, and if I lived like in Van Nuys, darn well I'd be going on there. Even if I had to take a city bus or whatever, I'd be taking pictures and everything and walking around, just because of the history alone. But I've always loved history. I like things that remind me of the past. I like things and stories. One of these days, maybe I'll even give you guys the brief history of photography, at least the way I know it. My dad was an art historian, so there you go. Anyhow, I'm going to be getting off of this thing. But I appreciate whoever's come, and I appreciate whoever is also watching in the repeats. And I'll come next time a little bit more organized, and we'll have a good old fashioned talk, and hopefully there'll be more people. But for now, this was just a half hour chat. Take it easy, folks. Have a great one. Bye bye.